I swear to you, the very first words I ever heard from my neighbor in this so-called dream neighborhood weren't hi or welcome to the block they were. And I quote, "If you people bring one more piece of stolen junk onto my street, I'll have you thrown so far in jail, your grandkids will be born in a cell." Yeah, that's how my Saturday started. No coffee, no gentle sunrise, no chance to breathe in my new home, just a banshee scream cutting through the morning so raw and loaded I could practically smell the barbed wire in the air. There I was, just trying to get this brand new AC unit out of my SUV. Yeah, the one my wife and I had saved up for nearly 2 years to buy top shelf, energy efficient, 10-year warranty. The kind of thing that makes you feel like maybe you're finally catching up in life, you know? And then that voice, that shrill, sour voice you can't scrub from your brain even if you tried. I look up, and there she is, bleach blonde tracksuit, the color of a highlighter, arms folded so tight her fake tan was probably cracking lips, curled up like she smelled something rotten. I'd seen her before, watering plastic flowers, pretending to love the sun. But now, man, you could just tell this was the moment she'd been rehearsing for in her head. Ready to pounce accuse on the sidewalk like she'd built it herself. I blinked honestly, hoping maybe she was yelling at a delivery guy or heck even her own dog, but nope, her eyes were drilling holes straight through me. "You people," she says, and trust me, I knew where this was headed. I tried to keep it cool, gave her a little wave. "Morning, ma'am. Everything okay over there?" Wrong move. She marched right to the edge of her lawn like she was about to start World War III over 50 feet of grass and snapped, "Don't ma'am me, boy. I know what you're doing. Stealing that air conditioner in broad daylight like you think we're stupid." Now this thing still had the tags on it, giant store logo on the box receipt, literally sitting on my dashboard. I said, "Ma'am, I just bought this for my house." Pointed right at my door, little pineapple doormat my wife picked out still fresh from the store. But she just snorted, "That's a high-end model. The Ainsworths had one and they were decent folks, not whatever this is." Yeah, that stung. And it was never about the AC anyway. So I tried to de-escalate, told her our names. Darren and Elise told her. We closed 3 weeks ago, just settling in. Even offered to show her the receipt. Didn't matter. Her face just twisted up tighter. "You're home," she shrieked. "No, this is our neighborhood. If anyone deserves a new AC, it's me. I'm a senior citizen. I should be getting priority." And then, God help me, she whipped out her phone and started dialing. My wife Elise stepped out, iced tea in hand, just looking confused like she'd walked into the wrong sitcom. Karen, yeah, her name was Karen. What else would it be? Didn't even look at her. She turned her back and cranked the drama to 11. "Yes, 911. There's a large black man unloading stolen equipment. He's aggressive and his accomplice just came out of the house. I'm afraid for my life." Academy Award level fake tears, all trembling lip and quivering hands. You ever feel your whole future balancing on a lie? That was me. I pulled out my phone, started recording, not shouting, not moving, just proof I'd kept my cool. Got the unit, the SUV, our welcome mat, and her in the shot because I knew exactly where this was going. 10 minutes later, here come the sirens. 2 squad cars, 4 officers' hands hovering by their holsters. She runs up to them like she's just survived a hostage crisis. "Thank God you're here." That man threatened me. He tried to steal the Ainsworth's unit. Arrest him. One officer, a guy with a mustache, and that I'm too old for this. Look, holds up his hand. "Ma'am, slow down." Turns to me. "Sir, can I get your name?" I keep it steady. "Darren Pierce, my wife, Elise. Our house moved in 3 weeks ago. Just bought this AC receipts in the car." Meanwhile, Karen's still shrieking. "He's lying." "Check his ID. Arrest him." "Officers, check our license deed. That long receipt from the hardware store." After 10 long, slow minutes, they confirm everything. We were telling the truth. The officer says, "Ma'am, this is a false report. If we get called out again, you'll be the one in trouble." She storms off, muttering about bad examples for the kids. We thought maybe, just maybe, it was over. But you know what? That was just the opening act. 3 days later, there's a letter taped to our door from the Oak Hollow Estates HOA notice of violation for installing an exterior modification without approval. Oh, an unpermitted commercial activity, apparently parking my SUV in the driveway, counts as running a business now. And my favorite nuisance and disruption of community peace, $300 in fines. That's when it hit me. She wasn't just screaming at us, she was coming after us with paperwork, using the system like a weapon. Over the next few weeks, things got weird. She'd stand at her window or on the edge of her lawn, whispering with neighbors pointing at our house. People started avoiding us. Even Bob, the old guy who used to wave, just stared at his shoes. Nobody wanted to be on the wrong side of the woman in yellow. And then her son showed up, rolled up in a shiny black BMW like some country club villain straight out of an 80s movie. Polo shirt, boat shoes, smug as can be, swinging a golf club like it was a badge. "You must be Darren," he says. "And you're trespassing," I shot back. He just smiled. "I'm the person who's going to make you regret harassing my mother." I laughed. "Your mother called the cops. Filed fake reports, stacked up violations. She's a pillar, huh?" "She helped write the HOA rules," he sneered. "This neighborhood doesn't want your type of energy. We're permanent. You're just passing through." Then he hands me a list. His demands: drop the appeal, pay all the fines, write his mother an apology, stay quiet. Or else, I told him, same as I told his mom, get off my property. A week later, we get a cease and desist from his law firm accusing us of harassment, intimidation, even brandishing a weapon. My hedge trimmer, $5,000 in emotional damages and a public apology. That night, Elise just sat at the kitchen table crying, and I'll be honest, I was furious but scared too. Young couple mortgage, not a lot of money for lawyers. So we called a property attorney, David Straight Shooter. No nonsense. He said it smelled like a slap suit designed to shut us up. Drafted a response, stood by us, told us we had every right to fight. That same night, somebody vandalized our house. Spray-painted thief right next to the new AC took a crowbar to it, slashed the copper lines, drained the Freon. Elise was shaking. I felt something in me just snap. That's when I posted the video. It blew up overnight, millions of views, news vans on our street. People saw the racism, the lies, the performance. By Monday, the son's law firm had scrubbed his name off their website. Suddenly, all the calls and threats stopped. Her house went dark. But it wasn't over. They filed a defamation suit, claimed our video was fake, that we'd ruined their lives, wanted $1 million. That lawsuit nearly broke us until Beatrice showed up. Sweetest old lady from down the street. She had her own story, how Karen bullied her, and her late husband forced them to cut down a tree they'd planted together. Same fake HOA complaints. She kept the letters, the threats, the same pattern, same tactics. Beatrice stood with us at the HOA hearing, shredded their narrative. The board dropped every fine, every complaint, and the whole room turned on them. But here's the twist. Our investigator found dirt on the son manipulating loans, faking liens, stealing properties from vulnerable homeowners. We had texts, affidavits, proof of fraud. At the deposition, David laid it all out. The son cracked, walked out just like that. Within days, they dropped their lawsuit, paid our legal fees, signed a public apology, even got slapped with a restraining order they couldn't weasel out of. Karen sold her house for cash, her son disappeared, and for the first time, our street felt like home. Still, the scars linger. We fought for justice and we won, but it nearly cost us everything. Now, I sit on this porch, iced tea in hand, watching the new family in Karen's old house, kids laughing, sprinklers spinning, that AC humming like nothing ever happened. But I know what it cost, that kind of peace. You earn it inch by inch, day by day. Let me ask you something. If somebody tried to push you out of your own home, would you stand and fight? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you've ever dealt with a nightmare neighbor or an HOA run wild, I want to hear your story. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of justice, defiance, and what it really means to stand your ground.